I am making this as a follow-up to my top 10 Zelda dungeons. Why? Well, because you can't talk about the dungeons without mentioning the bosses. So let's cut the chit-chat and move on to my list of the top 10 Zelda bosses. Again, no mini bosses or final bosses, so let's get started. Number 10, VOLVAGIA. When thinking of bosses from Ocarina of Time, there's many interesting bosses to choose from. Bongo Bongo, Baronade. Well, how about the Hyrulean legend, VOLVAGIA? A large, massive lava dragon fights Link inside the depths of Death Mountain. And a fun game of, wouldn't you know, whack-a-mole. But this boss is more than looks. He can pack a punch. And he just punches way. On to number 10. Number 9, Molgera. Remember those land molas from the Desert Palace from Link to the Past? Well, imagine fighting one giant one. The whole stage is in a giant sand dune, making this fight very hectic. On top of that, the music is just amazing. What more could you ask for? Well, number 8. Number 8, Gleerock. What happens when you mix a Gleeok with VOLVAGIA? You get Gleerock. This dragon-turtle hybrid poses a threat to Link, as he tries to find a way to damage the darn thing. Don't take him lightly, because he can trap you and burn you to a crisp. This boss is on fire! Number 7, the Trinix. An iconic boss in an iconic dungeon. But how does this boss compare to the actual dungeon itself? Well, very well. You must use all your wits to tame this beast. It can burn you, freeze you, or just simply run right over you. If you're not prepared, this beast will reign supreme. Number 6, Gyrogs. On the highest point in the sky flies these strange manta ray creatures called Gyrogs. No, not Gyor from Dora's Mask. This is a puzzling boss, for you must learn to master the Rock's Cape and the hologram links to beat this dynamic duo. Yes, there are 2 Gyrogs. Both have a different way to kill, which makes this boss very dynamic. Number 5, Argarok. Another dragon? I don't know what's with Zelda and having such cool flying bosses, but this one is no exception. Anyway, once you venture through the sea in the sky, you come face to face with the creature that has been haunting you up here. With a storm-darkened sky and a tall ascent just to reach him makes Argarok one of the most epic boss fights. Number 4, TWINROVA. Now, what exactly is a Rova? I have no clue. What I do know is how amazing this boss fight is. As a kid, you confront the sisters as they trap Nabooru in the sands of Desert Colossus. And when you return as an adult, you finally meet up with the magic hags and literally throw their attacks right back at them. Eventually, they become one, and what you never thought you would see in a Zelda game happens. Link sends them to the spirit world. Just that makes them deserve to be on this list. Number 3, GOHMA. For those who have played multiple Zelda games, probably has fought the spider or crab. I don't know, it tends to change. But the boss fights aren't really the most exciting. So why is GOHMA on my list? Well, simply due to the fact that you fight GOHMA all the time. It might be the most reoccurring boss in the Zelda franchise. That alone cements this not so itsy bitsy spider in the Zelda Boss Hall of Fame. Number 2, Stalord. Even though Argarok was cool, Stalor was a shining light of Twilight Princess bosses. Not only it looks cool for the boss fight, man, the boss fight was nothing but fun. Spinning around, pinballing from stone soldiers, cracking Stalord's spine, and eventually racing towards him on the side of a gigantic spiraling tower. That keeps this ancient beast a high-paced brawl that you'll enjoy every time. Now before we get to number 1, let's recap the top 9. Number 10, VOLVAGIA. Number 9, Molgira. Number 8, Gleerock. Number 7, the Trinex. Number 6, Gyrogs. Number 5, Argarok. Number 4, TWINROVA. Number 3, GOHMA. Number 2, Stalord. And number 1, Goat. How do you pronounce it? Goat? Got? Goat? It really doesn't matter. But why did this mechanical mass beast get number 1? Well, because even though Stalord was fast-paced and fun, it got a little slow and tedious during the spiraling tower segment. Opposed to Goat, it never gets slow. It's a one-way showdown between two rolling wrecking balls. Whenever I play Majora's Mask, I look towards two things. One, being Stone Tower Temple, and 2, being this boss. This boss is definitely the best boss in Majora's Mask, and the best boss in any Zelda game. I hope you like my list. Comment, like, subscribe, etc. and tell me what you think about your favorite Zelda bosses.